Hello and welcome to Cup to Hook Conversation number 38. We are actually starting on time tonight. So welcome in. I'd like to welcome everyone as they come in. Hope everyone has had an amazing week. As you come in, just give me a hello, and I'd love a thumbs up. Give it just a minute for everyone to come on. Last week when we were meeting, it was actually snowing here in South Carolina, and it had actually stopped by the time I got off before I went on live for movie night, and so I was not able to record anything, but they're calling for it again today, so we'll see. Now, I purposely left my phone out of the studio, and I forgot my tablet is in my work bag, so it just went off, so I apologize for that. So it will still be in the background, even though I left the phone out of here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And as you come on or in the replay, you can answer all the questions. So we're going to start out. What's in your cup today? Wouldn't be a cup to hook conversation if we didn't talk about what's in our cup. And for me today, I am just drinking straight water. Trying to stay hydrated. Getting ready for a big event coming up, and I've been informed that it's important that I am very well hydrated for that, because I will be going several hours without being able to drink, and so therefore I need to make sure I am hydrated. So good old H2O tonight. And that's what I've actually been drinking for the last couple days. So besides what's on your hook, in your cup, what is on your hook? So I have not crocheted as much this week as I would have liked to. Not any that I can share, because I've got a couple things that are coming out this coming week, and I need to wait and let you see it in those videos first before we talk about it. So next Friday will be really exciting, because we'll be able to show a lot. And yeah, I'm excited about some of these videos that are coming out this upcoming week. So it is the new year. And so last week we got to come together and wish each other a happy new year. And due to the craziness and the excitement of the snow and all of that, we ran right all the way up to Cup to Hook movie night time frame. And so I had to jump off of there to jump onto that live. So we didn't get to talk about something really important that I wanted to talk about. And that was the goals that I had set for myself with crocheting for 2020. I had listed 3 projects that I wanted to attempt in 2020 that I had never done before. And so I'm going to go over those, and we're going to go over how many of the 3 I actually accomplished. and then we'll talk about 2021. Hello, Miss Jen. She says, hi, I'm here. And I am so glad because I kind of felt like I was talking to myself. And we've got Kitty Mom Crochet says, hi and welcome in. Good to have you. Pat Frazier is here. Hello, new to your channel. Pat, I am so excited to have you. So there's a lot of things, excuse me. We've already talked about what's in our cup tonight. So you can go ahead and tell me what's in your cup. Tonight I'm just drinking straight H2O. Trying to spend the next 2 weeks staying extremely hydrated for the duration that I'm going to have to go without having any liquid. And tell me what's on your hook. So, Pat, welcome, welcome. All of you who are new, welcome. So I started my channel March 4th of 2020. So I'm not quite yet a year into being a content creator. And so I tried some things in 2020 that I felt, you know, worked really great. And then I tried some things that I thought need to revamp. So I am excited to start launching some things. And the goal, the big goal for me in 2020 is to put more content out there for you, not necessarily in the form of like these conversations or like the movies that we do and the crochet along that we do following that movie, but actual tutorials, things that you can actually make yourself. So I'm real excited about that. All right, let me back up because my live feed is just like going. So lots of comments coming in. So let's check out these comments and then we'll come back to our goals. All right. Kitty Mom Crochet says, oops, and hi. Jen says, you made it. And I can't see what that says. Let me see if I can scoot my chat feed over here. No. So I can't tell what the name is, Jen, that you said. You made it somebody. It looks like maybe Penny. And Kitty Mom Crochet says, newbie here. So welcome, Kitty Mom Crochet. And if you are new, just to let you know, a couple things. Let me grab them real quick. Sorry that I'm coming at you. But I have, first off, a subscriber notebook that I started a couple months ago. And every one of my subscribers has their own personal page in here. And it has your name and any information that you provide me, whether it be your address, phone number, your birth date, you know, your favorite drink, if it's coffee, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, whatever. If you have children, if you're married, you know, anything that you share with me, I write in here so that throughout the year, I can kind of pop up and say, happy birthday, or, you know, hey, how's the new grandbaby, or et cetera, et cetera. So if you're a new crocheter, if you've been crocheting for 15, 20 years, then I know that, hey, if I have a question, I know who to go ask. So this is my subscriber notebook, and every subscriber has their own personal page. And I'm going to try and turn to one that doesn't have somebody because I don't want to give out any personal information. But this is what the pages look like. Let's see if you can see them. And they are front and back. Oh, well, you can see the back of that one there. And then if you win any of my giveaways, I have a little section there that I can write that down. If you tell me things you like, I put it on your page so that if you win a giveaway, then I know something I can send that I know you'll like. But leading up to what I was getting ready to ask our newbies, if you are new, please tell me your birthday, because I also have a birthday notebook of all of my subscribers. And again, I'm going to turn to a page that doesn't have anybody's information on it. And if I have your birthday, I try to do a birthday video on my channel on the day of your birthday. And if I don't have it, then I can't do it. So if you're new, please be sure and put your birth date in the comment section. And that way I can go back on the replay and write them down and get you in the notebook. So for those of you who've been with me for a while, I appreciate your patience, as I am excited about having new folks join us and want them to know kind of what my channel's about. All right, so coming back. Jen says, hi, Pat. Kitty Mom says, I know how. And again, I don't know why my chat. I just figured it out, you guys. I got it moved over. Yay. Okay. Kitty Mom says, I know how that is. And big smiley face emoji and says, thank you. Jen says, I brought some friends. Thank you, Jen. I hope you're going to bring them to movie night. I'm so excited. So, although I'm excited about the content that we're going to be discussing. You guys are not going to get like overly excited about the blanket progress until 2 weeks from this Monday. That's when you guys are going to start really getting excited. So I'm excited. Anyway, but thank you, Jen. I'm glad you brought us some friends. Kitty Mom says, nice to meet you, Cynthia. It is so nice to meet you. Now, Kitty Mom, is that what you want me to call you, or do you have a first name that you would like to be referred by? So please share that with me. Again, birthdays are very important so that I can wish you a happy birthday, especially if you have a birthday coming up in January and February. So due to my big event at the beginning of February, I'm trying to make sure that I have everything done for the first couple weeks of February, just in case I'm unable to come on. I can have everything already uploaded and ready to go so y'all don't miss anything. Kitty Mom says, I just joined your family. Thank you. As soon as I am able, and I did my emails today. So I am caught up with my emails and I'm caught up with almost all of my comments. So if you came on and did that very, very recently, then I have not yet responded, but I will. So be looking for a message from me in the discussion section on your YouTube channel. Kitty Mom says, water for me, way to go. And Pat Frazier says, yes, Jen brought us with her. Thank you, Jen. Jen is also drinking water. We are all staying hydrated tonight in the good way. Let's see. Kitty Mom says, kitchen doohickey. So that's what is on your hook. Exciting. I'd like to know what that doohickey is. And Kitty Mom says, way to go. Pat Frazier says, oops, my live feed is just jumping up. Let me get it back down here. And I'm going to apologize. If you weren't on at the beginning of the video, I actually left my cell phone out of the studio so it would not interfere. And I completely forgot that my tablet is still in my work bag that I take to the hospital. So I apologize that it's going to continue to ding. Let's see. I love all these comments. Pat says, nothing in cup but beanie on hook. Sweet. Kitty Mom says, listen, dear, you make stuff, share on YouTube. You're a content creator already. Oh, thank you. When I first started my channel, I was able to put a lot more tutorials and content out there. But then unfortunately, after COVID hit, we have been so busy at the hospital and so shorthanded, and people getting sick or their family members getting sick, and then they have to be quarantined. So I have been pulling a lot more shifts. In fact, this week, and I pray I don't have to do it anytime soon again, I did a 14.5-hour shift. And For those of you who know me and know, my situation and my upcoming surgery, that was like excruciating on my back. And so, but I made it through. God was so gracious. And that's the thing. Through things like this and trials and tribulations, he reminds us just how great his grace is. And so I am very blessed because of him. But needless to say, I've not put as much content out as I'd like. And that is my number one goal, my only goal for my YouTube channel. And that is to be able to put more tutorials out there like I did last spring and over the summer. And I'm excited about doing more projects that are kind of like crochet alongs. So we're literally doing little tiny segments at a time. And I'm already working on a blanket project for 2022 that will actually tell a story. And the one I'm working on is one that will kind of tell like a ocean story. And that's all I'm going to tell you. You'll have to just stick with me through the year so we can come into 2022 together. So, and that one, just so you know, will be a tutorial, and that tutorial will complete that project. Like we'll only have one tutorial for that blanket per month. So it'll be a one tutorial month by month project. And at the end of the year, we will have created this blanket that tells a water themed story. So I'm excited. Of course, those of you who know me know that that blanket will probably end up in the hands of my one and only brand new granddaughter, who is my one and only brand new grandbaby. So not a proud grandmama or anything. All right. Kitty Mom says, in my book, my fault, Penny hit the thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I appreciate the thumbs up. And Kitty Mom says, cool. And so Penny is your name. All right. So when I go back and do the replay, I try to write down as I'm going, but then you guys have to sit and wait. So I have decided that I will just go back and catch everything in the replay. And that way I'm not holding you guys up watching me write everything down. Karen McMillan, hello and welcome. She says, hi, I am new too and just came from Kitty's YouTube live. So Kitty, Penny, that means that you are a content creator. And so when you go into my subscriber notebook, just so you know, you will go in as a content creator. And so every Saturday I do a shout out because I am so thankful and so grateful for the friendships that I am developing through this YouTube channel. It has succeeded and gone way beyond my wildest dreams. And I love the connections. And that's what I'm about. From having been a teacher to having been someone's boss to a youth minister, I'm all about connections, relationships. And so that probably should have been the theme of my channel instead of being joyful. But anyway, so on Saturdays, I do a shout out for 8 subscribers and 2 content creators. However, I am soon going to be changing that up. And the last Saturday of every month is going to be straight content creators because I have so many content creator friends that I want to make sure that I am sharing their links. And that is what I was going to tell you, is that if you are a content creator, your link goes in my description box. And I encourage everyone to go over and check out your channel. And a lot of these content creators are way above the game than I am. But hey, they're still my friends and I still want to share because there might be somebody watching my channel that doesn't know who that person is, even though they don't need my help. So anyway, but I have so many friends that are content creators now that I'm not getting near enough recognition for them. So I've decided starting in February, the last Saturday of every month will be straight content creators. So you will definitely be in there. All right. Penny says, nice idea. Not sure. I ran my mouth about a lot. So I am assuming that you're talking about the ocean theme blanket. If not, correct me, please. Penny says, I like that. Karen says, that's such a great idea for people who have a YouTube page. Right. When I first began, it was watching all of their channels that inspired me. If I'm going to crochet with people who actually enjoy crocheting, then I have to create a YouTube channel because there's no one around in the area where I live that crochets. And the one person I know that crochets is a friend of mine. And yes, a couple years ago, I helped her get a job at the ER. And guess what? On the nights I'm not working, she's the one holding the fort down. So I never get to see my friend anymore. So Tasha, if you're watching this, hun, you know I'm talking about you and I miss you. But anyway, so the only way I can crochet with people was to come on YouTube. And now I get to crochet with people in the United States, in Australia, United Kingdom, Canada, all over. And so how exciting is that? That's real exciting. Creations by a Yankee, Christina Anderson. Hello and welcome. So good to have everybody here. And so as I'm trying to catch up on the comments, if you've not done so already, let me know what's in your cup. Again, I'm drinking water tonight. And there's a lot of things on my hook. And I know this is so mean. I'm not sharing any of them tonight. You have to check out my channel this week to see lots of exciting things. And if you're not part of our Cup to Hook movie night, we meet at 9 o'clock tonight. Even if you've not seen the show, oh, please come hang out with us. We have so much fun. In fact, I have a couple folks that don't even watch it and come and hang out with us and try to guess the answers to the questions every week. And amazingly, some of them do fairly well for not having watched the show. And then on Mondays, we're actually doing a blanket that is a themed blanket to the movie series that we're watching, which is Longmire on Netflix. All right, let's see here. Penny says, hey, Christina. Jen says, hi, Christina. Penny says, I'll hold on the birthday. Okay, I respect that. Penny says, I'll just say July. I'm a July baby too. How about that, kindred spirit? And Christina says, hi, Penny, our kitty mom. Jen says, that's fine, Penny. She understands. Yes, I do. And Christina says, hi, Jen. Penny says, sounds fun. Jen says, and my live just went, let's see here. I was last on you, Jen. I hope you are bringing them to movie night. I hope they're all coming to movie night. Oh, we'll have so much fun. And Jen says, tell why you read all comments out loud. Oh, absolutely. So the reason that I read comments, all the comments out loud, is because I have several subscribers that are actually blind, and yet they crochet. And so I want to make sure that everyone, is included. My channel is all about inclusion, not exclusion. And if they can't see like you and I can, then they don't know what everybody's saying. So not only do I read the comments, but I also say, read out who is saying the comment. And so, yes, that's why. And if you're new to my channel, one thing you're going to find out very, very quickly about me is 3 things. 1, it's a non-judgmental channel. Like, everybody is accepted. And I don't care if you don't crochet. You can come in here. It's not always about crocheting. I do have a Bible study that we do every Friday. And right now we're currently going through the book of Proverbs. And today we actually did Proverbs chapter 19. And we have this movie thing going on. And then we have the crochet along from the movie on Mondays. And so, yeah, there's no judgment here. Second of all, I'm very fair, like extremely fair. And because of the no judgment and the fairness, that means there's no bullying. And number three, I'm all about joy. And so I love it when you bring the joy, but if you don't, that's okay, because I'm going to make sure that when I'm with you and when I'm not with you, that I'm encouraging you to find the joy in every day. So I hope you don't get tired of me always telling you to find the joy or be joyful or hugs and joy, because I want you to find that one little moment in every day where your heart is just overwhelmed with love, and it just smiles so big. So thank you, Jen, for pointing that out. Because I have had people say, you do realize that we can read what's in the comment section. You don't have to read it out loud. And yes, I do. But I do have those folks that struggle to read because they can't see. So, and we want everyone to be accepted and included. No one is left behind. All right. Penny says, some call me by my name, some by Kitty Mom or Kitty, others by my cat's name, Heidi. Will you tell me what you want me to call you, and that's what I'll call you? So I will look for that down in the comments in just a minute. Pat says, my birthday is September 21st. I am kind of new to crochet. Like, this is my second year, but don't do much with the job I have. So one thing about me, Pat, people will either like my content or they won't when it comes to my tutorials, because when I do a tutorial, I do it in a way that if you're new, then you're going to be okay. Like, no matter what I'm putting out there, you should be able to accomplish it, because I do walk us through each step, and sometimes over and over and over. And so one day when I am not working so many hours at the hospital, and perhaps not always at night, I really want to start in my tutorials being able to give you like a timeline, so that if you are a more seasoned crocheter, you know what you can skip to. And then if you're not and you're learning, then you can just keep watching, the steps, step by step, and over. So welcome to crochet. Crocheting brings me a lot of joy. It just totally relaxes me. And so I hope that you have that same passion. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will do my best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I'll do my best to find out, even if I have to go and ask more of my yarny friends. Penny says, Heidi is semi-famous in our circle of yarnies. Well, where is Heidi? I'd love to meet Heidi. Bevy, hello, my friend, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday. You and Lisa both. And how are you feeling? How's your leg, your knee? We've been praying for you every Friday on Cut to Hook Bible chats. So I'd love to get an update on how your knee is doing. I'm sure it's still, in that progress of having to heal and get better, but we'll keep praying until you tell us to stop. But it's good to see you, my friend. And she says, hi, everyone. And Penny says, it'll go behind the sink, between the faucet and backsplash, just to put little things in the drain. Penny says, aw. And then she says, hi, Bevy's crafty plans. And Penny says, absolutely, Cynthia. And Jen says, hi, Bevy. And Penny says, aw. And says, I'm anti-turnip. Karen says, sorry, I had to go take care of my grandson, so I've missed some of what you said earlier. Well, first and foremost, taking care of our grandbabies is like a number one priority. So, my friend, you can go back and catch the replay. But I'm glad you were able to make it back to us. Let's see. Sorry, my live jumped up again. Okay, here we go. Penny says, cool yarny beans. I love it. Karen says, that's okay. Everyone has to start somewhere. I don't have any content. I'm just a supporter of channels. And we need you. So we wouldn't be able to put content out there if no one was watching it. So we appreciate you. And again, that's part of what my Saturday shout out is. It has nothing to do with me. It is all about you guys. And at first, I'll be honest, I was just kind of putting up the same graphics every week and just changing the names. But now, because I really, truly, genuinely want you to know how much I appreciate your friendship, I'm trying to change the graphics out every week. So there might be a couple weeks coming up that it might have to be more of the generic, but that's just until I literally get back into mobility. So, because for those of you who don't know, and I don't really want to talk a lot about it, not for any reason other than I don't want to waste our time dwelling on this, but I am going to have some back surgery coming up, and due to the nature of what they're doing, there will be 4 different incisions, 2 in my back and 1 on each side, to correct the 2 issues that I have going on. So that is why I'm so busy right now putting my videos together. So I'm making sure that they're out there so that you guys won't even be aware that, you know, I'm having surgery. I'm in the hospital for several days until, you know, I come back, because I'm hoping to have all of my videos up except for this conversation and the movie night. We'll just have to miss 1 week. My husband, great guy, Mr. Joyful, as many of you call him, has already agreed to help me get my camera and stuff set up wherever I'm located and stuck for several weeks so that I can come back on. But that one Friday, I'll be actually coming home from the hospital. I'll have my surgery on Tuesday morning, and I'll come home sometime that Friday. And so I know I won't be feeling my sweet yarny self. So we'll skip that one Friday, but everything else will be uploaded and ready to go for you guys. All right, so enough of that. See. Trying to find where we are. Penny says, nice idea on the book. Thank you. Again, the main thing for that is so that I can build personal relationships with you guys. And as great as I'd like to think my brain is, it's easy to remember, like, you know, 30 students or 50 employees, but you know, when you start getting into hundreds and thousands, yeah. But when I spend time with certain people week after week, I won't even need that book, except for maybe to look up your birthday. That's the goal. But thank you for that comment. All right, let's see. Jen says, be right back. And by now, she might be back with us. Penny, Karen's just a supporter. All right, Penny says, Karen, just a supporter is the only way any channel makes it. Absolutely. I completely agree, Penny. Can't get anywhere without supporters. Absolutely. Karen says, oh, thank you, Kitty. I love you. I love you too, because it's a way to meet people from all over the USA. I feel the same way, but I also feel like all over the world. I mean, I have so many friends that are not even stateside. And so I feel like I get to visit countries I've always wanted to visit through them, which is something that I have been asked to do, and I do hope to do once my surgery is out the way and I'm back walking, is sharing more of South Carolina. And my husband and I love to go on trips all the time. And so I've been asked to do that. especially for those who live in like Australia and, Switzerland and, wherever that's not stateside, they may never come to South Carolina. So what's so great about South Carolina? So I'm hoping to start a segment on that once I'm up and going. So hopefully this spring. So that will be another new thing for 2021. So. Karen says, I love the color of your cup. Oh, thank you. It's actually glass. So I was concerned about it at first when it was a gift that was given to me. But this is a rubber coating, and I can take that rubber coating off when I'm washing it. But I love it, and it's solid. But yes, it is a pretty color. It's a peach. So thank you. I appreciate that. Penny says, myself and 3 siblings are all born in July. Way to go. Gotta love us July babies. We love everybody. Penny says both parents are in June. Oh, wow. So everybody's birthdays are right there together. Y'all could just have a birthday bash and just cover everybody. Of course, they may not feel that way. They might want their own individual party. Penny said, okay. Penny says, we share life while we crochet or knit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Penny says, thank you for pointing that out. Sorry, I didn't think of that. Not 100% sure what you were referring to with that comment, but you're welcome. Penny says, your choice of what to call me. Well, then I think I'll just call you Kitty then. How about that? Karen says, I love to crochet and I find it very relaxing too. Absolutely. In the beginning, I had no idea. Like my aunt was kind of like, instead of me doing something for you, let me teach you. And so she taught me how to knit. And I have self-taught myself how to crochet through YouTube and Google. And so back before YouTube was really big. And so then after that, it was just relaxing. And I could actually sit through a movie with my family. And so I think that's why they're such supporters of me crocheting even now, because otherwise I can't sit still. Like I'm constantly up, down. But when I'm crocheting, I'm stationary and I'm quiet and I can watch a full movie. Jen is back. Welcome back, my friend. You always make my heart smile. Pat says, I lost you for a bit there. My PC wants to do updates. Uh-oh, not now. Penny says, that's so sweet of him. He is a great friend. He's not just my husband. He is a great friend, and he's a great supporter of all of my crochet. In fact, I've done a few videos where he's literally come in and surprised me because he was in Walmart or he stopped, at Michael's for something and found something on clearance and brought it for me. And so everyone laughs because those big bags of polyfill up there, whoops, right up there and there, he has actually gotten on the clearance aisles at Walmart for me. And so what great surprises when he walks in. Or he's like, I think you've got some of this yarn already on your shelf, so I know you'll like it. But it was on clearance. I'm like, oh my gosh. So love him. Kitty says, prayers for your surgery and super recovery. Thank you so much. Karen says, prayers for you on your back surgery. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Christina says, prayers on back surgery. I have had it. It's rough. Okay. So I was really trying not to talk about this, and I'm really not going to talk very long about it. Part of me gets ashamed sometimes because I am very strong in my faith. And I really know that I've got this because God's got me. But I'm not going to lie to you. I have come up with every opportunity and possibility to not have this surgery until I was told that if I don't, eventually I will end up permanently full-time in a wheelchair. I know that that is not the worst thing in life that can happen to me, but I feel like I'll be approaching 52 this year in July. I just got my first grandbaby. My kids are kind of all grown now, you know. In fact, my youngest son will turn 22 on the day of my surgery. I'm so bummed that I'm having it on his surgery, but I'm so thankful that I have an extra week because originally it was going to be on January 26th and now it's on February 2nd. And he's 22. My middle son, my Marine, as most of y'all know, who is in Arizona right now, stationed in Yuma, Arizona, he will be 24 this year in March. And then my oldest son, the daddy of my grandbaby, will be 26 in August. So my boys are getting grown, but they're at that age now where, you know, I get to enjoy them as adults. And we get to, you know, do more family outings and go on more camping trips and hiking. And I can't do that as easily if I'm in a wheelchair. And I certainly can't teach my grandbaby, you know, how to ride a bike and to love going on walks and enjoying nature. So I have been so anxious about this upcoming surgery and so afraid of it. But I'm having to come back and say, Lord, I know you've got this, and I know you've got me. And no matter what the outcome is, I know that I will always be in his presence. And so I've stressed a little bit because I have made sure that, you know, because anything can happen, that if anything bad were to happen, that I have a box, and you can't see it. It's actually sitting up underneath that polyfill bag in the corner. It's a butterfly box, and it's a fairly big box, but it has, like, you know, all of my vital records and, you know, all the information about, you know, my health records and medical records and, you know, all of my 401k and all of that from teaching school and whatnot, so that if anything, my passwords, so that if anything happens, my husband has everything at his fingertips. And I've been working on letters to make sure that each of my children and my current grandbaby and my future grandbabies all have a letter from me. And I know that sounds really morbid, but I would rather be prepared in that way than to not be prepared. And my will is in there. I mean, so I have kind of emotionally stressed over that because no one wants to think about that. But I'd rather have that stuff there if it's needed. And if it's not, then praise the Lord. But anyway, so real quick, the 5th and 6th disc in my back has nothing in between it. And it has also slid, which is what initially caused the problem and the pain that I was having. And we have now come to realize was culprit for a year ago when I was on my way to work in the ER, and I had 2 tendons that tore and 1 tendon that snapped. And I ended up having to have foot surgery and have those 3 tendons repaired and an implant put in my foot. I thought the implant had shifted and was causing all this pain and causing me to walk like a penguin. And come to find out, it was the back pain. And what was going on in the spine. On top of that, the spine, you know, your nerve canal runs through the center of your spine. And so because my disc have shifted the spine and my hips, my spine is literally closing in on my nerve canal. And so it is pinching off the nerves. And so, yeah, I don't need to tell you anymore. Y'all are smart. So that's where I'm at. So that's the 2 things that they've got to go in and fix, and hence the 4 incisions that are going to happen. So he has told me to try and be prepared to be out anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. I'd like to tell you I'm a patient person. I'm patient with people. I am not patient with myself. So that's where I need the most prayers, because I tend to want to jump back and do things because I'm a very independent person, and I need to be patient and let the healing take process, especially the fact that I'm a diabetic. So, all right, enough of that. We got more fun and exciting things to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and throw our question for the night out to you so y'all can go ahead and start answering that. And the question for the night is, what makes you laugh the most? Very appropriate to come off of that subject. So what makes you laugh the most? And let me catch up with what everybody's saying. And then we'll go back to our 2020 and 2021 crochet projects. Jen says, I would love to see more of South Carolina. I would love for you to see more of South Carolina in person too. And Jen, I'm going to apologize to you because on Cut to Hook Bible Chats today, when I did the prayer request, I left one prayer request off. And it was about you and your sister traveling to Florida. So even though it wasn't on that one, it is in my personal prayers, and it will be on there next Friday and through the duration of your trip. So please forgive me that it wasn't on there this afternoon. Jen says, oh, you make my heart smile too. Thank you. I love you, my friend. You are a true blessing that has come into my life. I am so ever grateful. Pat said, wow, you're still young. My daughter will be 40 this March and I will be 60. That's still young in my book. You're as young as you believe you are. Christina says, Cynthia, I have been there. It's hard to maybe lie on your body, or hard to listen to your body. And I'll be honest, that's something this week, because the pain is getting greater and greater. Because first off, I didn't bring this to my doctor's attention until it was to that point that I couldn't sleep in my bed anymore. I was in so much pain that I was struggling to walk around the house and stuff. I am using a walker and a cane. I don't so much in public, just because it's just a matter of having to get that and everything else to my car, especially like my work bag and whatnot. I really could use it. But anyway, long story short, I'm stubborn, very stubborn, and I waited till the last minute. And so now it's been a almost 2.5, 3 month process getting to the point we are, because the surgeon that I originally was with that did my foot sent me to another surgeon who specifically works on spines. And he then sent me through a month of physical therapy, which had its good days and it had its really bad days, where literally I'd come off of things and drop to the floor, and I'd have to literally spend 30, 45 minutes having them massage my back before I could even get up on my own 2 feet. And it was embarrassing, and get to the car. So I promise you, I will listen to my body, and I will try very, very hard to be patient. So, and then I will probably drive y'all crazy, because I'll probably be putting out all these videos left and right, because I will have to stay busy somehow, because my hands will not be recuperating. Jen says, laugh out loud. Yes. Karen says, my grandson, when he runs, is just the cutest thing. I love it when the grandbabies run. Of course, my grandbaby can't run yet, but my brothers can. And I love watching kids. They are a true gift from God. Jen says, thank you for remembering. You're welcome. Even though I apologize, it wasn't on there today. But God and I, we have whispered your and your sister Penny's name several times. Peggy's name, excuse me, several times. Jen says, sorry for all the caps. No, especially on movie night, I love the caps. Some people say they think when people use caps, they're yelling at them. I don't think people are yelling at me when they use caps. I think people are yelling at me when they put a lot of exclamation points. Jen says, I hate having to jump through the insurance hoops. Yes, and sadly, you know, the one entity that I am struggling with the most is the very one that I work for. Like, they have been like hounding me. And I've only had one thing done at the hospital so far, and that was my MRI. And it was only 4 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, literally, they started calling me, emailing me, and texting me that I have a bill. And I'm like, really? I haven't even gotten the EOB yet. But anyway, so I have finally set up a payment plan with them, and one that I can handle when I'm not working. But luckily, I do have short-term disability, but it'll only be 60% of my pay. So I'll still be cutting some corners. But I'm glad that they finally were willing to work out a payment plan. So, and then that they remembered that because I'm having things done at the hospital where I work, I get 50% off of what the remaining bill is, like after insurance paid. And they were forgetting to take that off. So it was like, whew, well, there's like 6-7 months worth of my payments right there. All right, you guys, we are still on my back. I don't want to be on my back. All right, so projects for 2020. What did I have? I only had 3. You guys, I only had 3. And I only accomplished 1. What? Oh my gosh. I'm so awful. So these were my 2020 goals of things that I had never done before. The first one was socks. Well, as most of you know, I made that one mate off of the Lether Co box, and I never had finished the other one. Well, I did finally finish it, and the only reason you didn't get to see it is because I gave them away as a gift. So the only one that I actually accomplished was number 1. I have talked about wanting to make a basket. Well, now I really want to make several baskets because I want to be able to put some in the nursery that we have here at our house now. And I want to be able to give some to my daughter-in-law and my son for Violet's room, especially when they move. And guess what? They live in Columbia, so they only live about 30-35 minutes from me right now. That is not bad at all, especially for someone who loves to drive like I do. But they are coming to Newberry, which is where I live. For those of you who don't know, I live in Newberry, South Carolina. They're coming to Newberry. So they're going to be right here. I get to see my grandbaby a lot more. Y'all need to wash your clothes? Oh, bring your clothes over, because I know they get to bring the baby. And knitted Christmas stockings. I want so bad to learn how to make knitted Christmas stockings. And so that is going to happen this year because my grandbaby did not know what Christmas was. She was born, for those of you who don't know, the day before Thanksgiving. She didn't know what Christmas was this year, but she will know what Christmas is next year. And even though we do tend to celebrate more of the fact that it's Jesus's birthday, she is still going to have a knitted Christmas stocking from her grandmother. So I've got to learn. So 2021, I just wrote on the back of this piece of paper. I decided that I know that I only did 1 of 3, but I chose 6 things that I'm going to try to accomplish in 2021. So if you've not done these things, we will do them together. And if you have, well, then hopefully you'll hold me accountable. And the first one is a basket because that was on number 2 and I never did it. And the next one is my number 3 of last year, and that was the knitted Christmas stocking. Then I decided that I want to learn how to do 5 new stitches. I'm hoping I do more, but I'm hoping that I'll at least learn 5 new stitches. And at the rate I'm going with the Longmire blanket, that will be a check for sure. Then cloth crochet. I'm not going to elaborate on that one right now because that is something that I've been really thinking about. My creativity wheel has been going, and I want to do a tutorial and show you guys. So We'll discuss that one more down the road. Then I want to do one new, I don't know if you can see that. I spelled it right, but I had to look it up. One new amigurumi. I got a grandbaby now. I have to make some toys that can be washed. So I want to do one new amigurumi this year. And then a rug. I need a rug for my studio so badly. And they're expensive. So I think somewhere on that wall, I could find yarn to make a rug. Don't you think? So those are my 6 goals for 2021. I would love to know what your goals are. That way I can help encourage you, maybe even do tutorials that will encourage that to happen, and we can hold each other accountable. Jen says, I'm just excited after her exclamation points. Jen says, keep on them. Jen says, I didn't set any goals. Jen says, yay. And you have made a bunch of other things, though. I have. And the thing is I normally don't even make New Year's resolutions, but everything about my crocheting is fun. It just brings me so much happiness. And so I didn't think that it would be bad to set goals of things that I'd like to accomplish, especially for how long I have actually been crocheting. Some of the stuff I should have already done. But again, in the beginning, I was just doing things because people asked me to make things. And most of them were blankets. And I was making literally queen and king size blankets. And those blankets were taking me a long time, especially with some of the jobs that I had before coming to the hospital. So, because director of sales at that hotel for 10 years, yeah, I didn't do much of anything. So I don't even think my husband knew he even had a family or had a wife. But anyway. All right. So that was that. Let's move on. What's our time? Let me look at our time. Okay. We're getting really close. So I'm going to make sure I get off on enough time to eat before movie night this time. All right, so tell me again. Our question is, what makes you laugh the most? Oh, well, I hope that doesn't start. So I forget who was telling me that their computer was wanting to do updates. Well, so is mine, but I'm going to tell it has to wait. All right. So what makes you laugh the most? Let me know. And hopefully next Friday, we will get back. We're almost done. If you'll remember my Wikipedia research that I did on crochet, our little crochet lessons, we have just a little bit of that to finish up that segment. So we'll get back on track with that next Friday. So while you guys are answering that question, I am going to go ahead and do Saturday shout outs from last Saturday. I have not heard from Allison yet. So today I did try to go poke and leave her a message on the discussion board on her YouTube channel. So hopefully I will hear from her soon. If not, then we'll draw another name. But that will make me sad to have to keep drawing names. And that reminds me, I still have not had the 2 winners that we picked. Remember, we picked one for the harvest giveaway. And I mean, I gave that person almost a month and have never heard from them. So we drew another name before Christmas and I still haven't heard from that person. So I still have that harvest giveaway to give away. And sadly, there was Thanksgiving, pot holders and whatnot. So I'm trying to decide whether to just hang on to that and maybe do it in October with that stuff and just start getting ready for my next giveaway. So let me know what you think. If y'all still want Thanksgiving stuff in January, February, well, then we'll do another giveaway on it. So let me know. All right. So for this past Saturday, the subscribers that we had that we did a shout out on, and again, I apologize up front if I mispronounce anyone's names. It is definitely not my intention. Jose Alvarez, might help if I get the subscriber box. Dun, 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 dun. Tammy Carroll. Sherry Eccles. Shayla Gaekwad. I hope I said that right. I love to crochet. And also for those of you who are new, the reason I'm putting these shout outs in a box is because the first Friday of every new month, I will draw one name out of this box. So for example, this is all January. And so every subscriber, content creator that got a shout out in a video in January goes into this box. And so the first Friday in February, which unfortunately is the one Friday we will not be meeting because that's the day I come home from surgery. So we'll do it the following Friday. But that name I draw, if they will send me their address, I will send them a little love gift from me. Cindy Kinney. Rodwa M. Kafaga. Again, I greatly apologize if I am mispronouncing that. Shirley, is it Ouellette? And then our two content creators for last Saturday was Pink Motivation and Mare, known as Runaway Needle Red. So, yay! All right. Jen says, I don't want to make something just to make it. I want it to be for a purpose. And I agree with that. And then there's some things I want to make just because I want to learn the techniques, you know, the process, so that I can continue to design more things myself. Jen says, I don't belly laugh much. She says, here's my belly laugh. Just send me those unwanted gifts. I hear you. Yes, ma'am. Kitty says, sorry, was away from keyboard, but listening. That is quite all right. And a little smiley face. Yay for Mare, right? Love her. Let's see. All right. So before we get off, we did not do this last week, and I want to apologize to those of you that really look forward to this. For those of you who are new, when it comes to our Cup to Hook conversations, I do like to end them with some encouragement to help just kind of propel you through the weekend and into the next week until we come back together. And so I do my joy basket moment at the very end of our cup to hook conversation so that anyone that does not want to be a part of this has not missed anything before we close out and can go ahead and, leave if they so choose. And so if that's the case, I just want to give those folks hugs, tell you I love you, send you off with kisses, and I can't wait to see you next week. And then for those of you who want to stick around for the Joy Basket moment, if you remember, I got some happy mail from Kelly Platter, who I hope is on here. If not, will definitely be with us for movie night in just a few minutes. But one of the things that Kelly gave me was a little devotional book called Amazing Grace. And I love Amazing Grace as much as I love the word joy. And I'm looking at my butterfly picture, which you have seen if you've seen the tour of my studio. And it has grace on there, and it comes from, the fact of Amazing Grace. So for the fact that she is still learning who I am, for her to pick this out, it was like just amazing. But God is amazing. So she has given me this devotional book, and so this is the book that we will be going through in 2021. So for our Joy Basket moment today, this is what I'm going to leave with you. And this is just kind of getting us set for the new year. The circumstances of life may have you feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, or discouraged. But God's love isn't dependent on your situation. Because His love for you is unchanging and His promises are true, you can choose to believe in the steady outpouring of grace that He has for you from the minute that you wake up to the moment that you lay down to go to sleep every single day. Find the hope, find the joy, and the strength that is abundant in God as you reflect on these devotions throughout this year. And as we talk about scripture verse and prayers that go with the devotions, claim His grace over your life and continue to believe that your Creator loves you deeply no matter what comes your way. So for January, the verse that it gives us is 2 Corinthians 12:9, and it says, "My grace is all that you need. My power works best in weakness." And you guys, when I try to grab these devotions, I try to pick ones that I feel like are going to lift you up and inspire you and comfort you week to week. That verse touched me in a really powerful way because, it is through our trials and tribulations that we get to see God's grace at its best. And to be reminded that His grace is all we need and that His power works best in our weakness. Remember those fears and anxieties that I told you that I have about this surgery? Well, He's telling me what I already knew, but He's telling me, let go. So maybe He's telling you to let go of something this coming week. All right, so real quick, here is the actual devotion. That was the introduction for the new year. That was the verse for January. And this is the devotion for this week. It's called Seek His Face. Look to the Lord and His strength. Seek His face always. And that's in 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 11. And 1 Chronicles is in the Old Testament. And it says, it can be difficult to ask for help at times, and we like to try to solve our problems on our own. This is not how the Lord created us to operate. He needed his strength to persevere, and we need the support of others as well. Rather than trying to muster up enough power to forge through life alone, we should seek the Lord's face and ask for help in times of trouble. The Lord is gracious and generous. He gives us strength, and he also gives us each other. Amen to that. Lord, I will seek your face always. When I feel overwhelmed and incapable of carrying on, I will come before you and I will ask for strength. Humble me to ask others for help when I need it, and give me eyes to see when someone else may need my help. Who has the Lord put in your life that has been a source of strength and encouragement for you? And you don't have to answer that to me. Just answer that to yourself. And when you have those names, it might be one, it may be three. Try to reach out to them this week and just let them know how special they are to you. All right, so let me see if you guys have given me any more comments real quick. Kitty says, we know her. Oh, that's, so you like personally know Mare. That is awesome. I just think the world of her. Karen says, night, everyone. Have to go take care of my grandson. I really enjoyed your live. Thank you for being here, Karen. And Jen says, thank you for coming, Karen. Absolutely. And Kitty says, check out. Also, I think Psalms 4:8 about giving you rest. I will definitely do that, my friend. When I go through the replay and write all the stuff down that I need to write down, I will definitely do that. I was looking, my Bible's right there because we had our Bible study today, but I will definitely look that up. I thank you for that. All right. Before we say goodnight, I can't believe our time is up already. Again, if you have nothing to do, please come join us at 9 o'clock for movie night. Again, even if you've not seen Longmire, I can almost guarantee that you will have fun. I come out of there every night with my face just hurting because I'm laughing so much. Anybody have anything else they want to share? Anything on their hook, in their cup? Their goals for this year? What makes them laugh the most? Kitty says, remember what he told Joshua, be strong and of good courage. Yes, and you know what? We have a subscriber that is on our channel named Bree. In fact, she's the one who came up with the idea of movie night. And we have been praying for one of her family members. It's her daughter's niece. She's 17. Her name's Alex, and she has Hodgkin's lymphoma. And we have been praying for her, and we have done a video, which I have an updated video, hopefully coming out this week, on Alex, called Butterfly Kisses for Alex, and we're sending stuff to her. And in fact, that reminds me that Monday night we will have a brief live where we will draw a name out of those that sent packages to Alex, because Bree is giving away, I think it's 15. I always want to say 18, but I think it's 15 skeins of yarn to those individuals that sent butterfly kisses to Alex. But anyway, that'll be Monday night, probably around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But the point I'm trying to make is I just sent her a package and a card, and in it, I told her to keep being strong and courageous. And then I told Bree that in facing this surgery, that literally when I pray to God about it, I pray for my inner Alex to come out, because this 17-year-old is so brave and so strong. And if at 17 she can have that kind of faith, then I, as a seasoned Christian, should not be struggling. So I completely agree with you, and I will be strong and courageous. And I am so blessed that you've come into my life. Kitty says, I am with you. Thank you. Jen says, thank you for coming, Penny and Pat. I agree. Absolutely. Kitty says, so nice meeting you. Same here. And she says, love you all. And she says, Yahoo bless. And Jen says, Longmire, that's my belly laugh. Oh my gosh. This past week, though, our episodes, oh, we'll talk. We'll be talking about it in just a minute. And Kitty says, don't tell on me. I'm having ice cream. Shh. Kitty says, emoji. She says, oh dear. Jen says, eat some from me, Penny. Right? All right. Well, once again, you guys, this has been an awesome Friday. I always, always look forward to these Friday nights. And I hope you have a really great weekend and a great week. I don't know where you are, but they're calling for snow again here tonight. So who knows? I'm sure if it does, it'll be just like last Friday. It's not cold enough to stick. Cold enough to snow, but not cold enough to stick. Jen says, see you at 9. Kitty says, it would be selfish of me not to eat some you. Kitty says, laugh out loud. Jen says, laugh out loud. All right, ladies, I love you so, so much. Again, keep your subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you do. But make sure you have all, because I have a lot of exciting videos coming out this week. So, yeah. All right. Hugs, everyone. Squeeze tight. Hugs, 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 hugs. Kisses. I love you. Have a great week. See you next Friday or in just a few minutes at movie night. Bye, everyone.